Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be getting into the next season. I know we did an entire series on just how to style your clothes for the fall winter, and now we're going to kind of go into the concept of transitional dressing. So transitional dressing is the idea that you can kind of wear these garments all year round. For the West Coast, I feel like these are some styles that you can wear often in these sort of climates, and as well as like the transitional seasons. So it's the idea that when you transition from winter to spring, there's certain garments that we gravitate towards. So let's get into it. You can see I've kind of organized everything based on the idea of sort of capsule wardrobing. Really truly don't need so much clothes. This is like a fraction of what I own, but this is probably what I wear the most. I have to go into a studio, and so it requires just making sure that I dress appropriately and I'm ready for an impromptu meeting if need be. I also need to be comfortable, professional, and somewhat very effortless in the way I move, and therefore that requires functionality. We're gonna get into it. I'm just gonna wing it for you guys, but I'm gonna start off by talking about this cardigan that I just bought from Aritzia. I love this cardigan. I think the best part about Aritzia is that I bought this set. This pant is actually from Aritzia, and then I got the matching blazer. So the color is matte pearl. This is a color that they carry every year, and it's just like a signature color. When I say signature color, I mean that it's a color that they will bring back every season, and they'll add something to the collection that matches back to this color. And that's so great, because imagine just needing to buy a new color every single season. What if you could just have a blazer and a pant and a skinny pant and like a skirt, and you just keep on adding and building to this collection, which just makes it so much easier for you in the long term of how to dress. For instance, this cardigan they just came out with, I love that I can wear it as a pullover, like I have nothing underneath, and then I could also, you know, tighten it here, and I could wear it as a cardigan. Like, it's honestly so perfect. So I also purchased this 3 seasons ago. It's the same color, matte pearl, but in a turtleneck mini dress. And I wear this with my knee-high boots, and then I'll throw the blazer on top. And it's literally just like creating this monochromatic look. It's timeless. You can do that with black, you can do that with their dark gray. I think they have this matte pearl, and they also have like an ivory white. Here's another example. Like, I loved this ivory cream. I haven't even worn it yet, but it's called light birch. So light birch is another color that they carry consistently. As you can tell, I love Aritzia. This is a skirt that I have from Aritzia. It's in light birch, and it's a color that they carry consistently. So I would wear it back to this blazer. I could literally wear it back to my pullover sweater. So I ended up getting this vest. Like, that is actually really cute as well. Personally, I believe that less is more. We don't need to go over the top, and it's really about finding key items that you can see yourself wearing time and time again for pretty much the rest of your life. And I think there's this misconception that every season we need to buy something new. People are over consuming and not really thinking twice about what they're purchasing. It's like the same with mindfulness and eating. There's always some sort of excuse, but at the end of the day, everything resides in our mind and how we approach life. So if we are emotionally reactive, then there are going to be some elements that will produce the same result in another aspect of your life. So in the past, I would say I used to be more emotional reactive. Now I'm a little bit more mindful, and through meditation, that's a whole nother topic in itself, but that has helped me become more mindful in the way that I shop. There's now a process to the way I shop. There's asking many questions, and there's also just reflecting on it time and time again, as opposed to seeing something, loving it, and purchasing it right away. But I also wanted to mention that June, July is a great time to start purchasing items that you need to replenish for the previous season. Usually the times that I purchase the most are now, like between January and February, because it's when things go on sale. And right now is literally the perfect time because there's no necessity to purchase something full price unless it's something timeless and classic and something that they continuously carry, but you could always find these things on sale in one way or another. I would recommend going June, July, and then there's also like January, February, which is now. So I'm gonna get into the items that I absolutely fell in love with recently, and we're gonna go through it. The brand that I discovered this year is OAK+FORT. I discovered it when I was up in the Bay in San Francisco, and I absolutely love this. As you can tell, the content is nice. It's like, let me double check for you. So it's a 50-28-22 a rayon poly nylon. What's really great about this is that I could wear this with like fitted jeans, like trousers, what I'm wearing now. You can wear it with a mini skirt and like an oversized bomber. You can literally wear this with everything. So of course I purchased this, and this color, which I also adore. If you are a soft autumn, this is the perfect color for you. It's kind of like a tomato red, but I purchased these two at the same time. For regular price, it was $68. And let me tell you now, it is on sale for like 50% off. It's $38 now. One thing about me is that I am not going to gatekeep here. I'm going to share with you all of my secrets as a fashion designer. I've been in this business for 20 years now, which is crazy to me. I'll tell you all the tips and tricks for just getting the best deal, because getting your bang for your buck is honestly the #1 for me. And then also quality. Quality is so important. Fabrication is everything, because I actually get itchy from a lot of different fabrics. So if it's not feeling comfortable or effortless or allow my body to move in a very like comfortable way, then I don't gravitate towards that. I also purchased the style in this olive tone. I have these trousers that literally match back to it, and they look so good together, just creating this like monochromatic look. I mean, all of these together, I know it seems like a lot, but it actually looks really chic together when you just look really effortless. And I think you can pair this back to a pair of Mary Jane flats, or like something a little bit edgier, or even like some nude rhinestone sparkle Mary Janes, some loafers. We all love and know of the Margot Rowe bag. I think it's just the idea of the shape. The shape is really timeless, and that's why people gravitate towards it. But it's not the exact same thing, but it does replicate the same kind of essence of being able to carry something that's practical and timeless and effortless in many ways. So this one I purchased, it's all suede and it's actually made in Italy, but I purchased it at like TJ Maxx. So it was still like $150, but it's such a good quality. Lately I'm trying not to purchase anything that is suede, but I still think that it's very timeless in many ways and it's perfect for now. I love it. I pretty much go into a studio, and therefore like I need to get up early and get all of my ducks in a row and just leave the house in the most efficient time. And therefore for me to get dressed in the morning like takes, you know, it takes like longer than normal. So I try to make things as easy as possible. You can see everything is color coded because that makes my life so much easier in terms of knowing what to wear. So it's turning into this concept of being like Monday through Friday I have a uniform and I know what I'm gonna wear, and it's just easy for me to open things up. And my like panty drawer is here, and I just get up and I put on my bra, and you know, it's nice because it's at a level that's easy for me to access. Like I don't need to be bending down, crouching down. Like we really need to be mindful of how our body is moving throughout the day. Of course, we're gonna naturally have to put our body through stress. Sometimes stress is good in terms of just achieving more and becoming better. But you know, this part of my day, I think there's like this productivity paradox where it states that the busier we are, the more efficient we become, because if we tell ourselves that it's going to take one entire day to do something, or we have an entire day to do something, it's literally going to take us the entire day. But if we kind of don't have that time as a luxury, then we actually have to really dissect and plan out hourly the time that we're going to dedicate and devote to whatever it is we need to get done. So for me, in the morning, getting ready is something that I don't want to focus on. And also there's it's called decision fatigue. And this is why Steve Jobs ended up wearing black and a uniform every single day, because you know, the more decisions that we have to make throughout the day, I don't know if you've noticed, by the end of the day, you're pretty exhausted and it's not the same that you felt in the morning. So I also have my basic t-shirts here, my turtlenecks, and some bodysuits. What's really nice now is that I'm color coding everything, because this is pretty much my wear to work, professional, timeless, and like, you know, happy hour, like that kind of essence. That's why everything is super neutral. And then I have a whole nother thing that's kind of dedicated to more of the fun, another closet dedicated to like fun colors that I wear on the weekend, or if I decide to go on a trip to a resort, or if I'm going to the snow. Like all of these things require different aesthetic and it's a different vibe, and so this is all one entire vibe, and it helps me just focus on what I need to look at, because the more things, the more clutter that we see, the more difficult it is to actually make a proper decision. I literally have that olive set here with the olive bag. I also have the tomato red with my like cute little, okay, also this is kind of amazing. I bought these on TikTok shop because I wanted my bags to be able to stand up. But I also love this bag. It's really cute with what I'm wearing right now too. It's just a fun pop of color, which makes it just stands out more. So I'd love to wear this even like with a red lip if I wanted, but these are great. Although, it depends. You have to be careful with them because this thing down here kind of breaks. I want to show you something else that I recently bought. Banana Republic is great if you're looking for pieces that are timeless and then also very good quality, and you get like such a good price from it. It's also designed in San Francisco, so I love to represent the West Coast. This dress I absolutely fell in love with. I do have a thing for polka dots. There's a timelessness to polka dots and stripes. So what's beautiful about this is that it has this cowl neck and it's like twisted and it's more fitted at the waist, but it's beautiful at the hemline. I don't know if you can see, this skirt is gorgeous, but what I love to do is I love to pair this back to something like this. So you throw this on, you layer it on, and you have a whole new entire outfit. It's literally a skirt and a top. These are the things that you want to look out for to create in your closet, because you go from having one outfit to having two outfits. And that's the idea of being really efficient in the way that you create your closet and also select items to go on a trip. I also want to show a really fun, feminine, flirty, kitsch, and very French blouse. I purchased this from Sandro. Sandro is a French brand. They also own the company Mage. They're part of the same company. Mage is a little bit more feminine. Sandro is a little bit more tailored, and they pair it back to tailored items. And I love that, but I wanted to show you because this is a body that's entirely smocked. So there's elastic stitching that extends all the way across the chest. And then there's this top that pretty much is attached to it with shearing. And it's a mock neck with a little tiny adorable ruffled stitch embroidery on it. And then it has a little bubble sleeve, but I love this because the fabric is so nice and it's kind of cooling. So it's perfect for the spring summer, and you can wear it back to wide leg trousers, even with denim. Like I Love the idea of pairing it back to these like capri denim. I think capris are making a comeback, so I'm gonna have to find a really cute pair, but I do have one pair of denim capris that I think will be cute back to like, you know, Mary Jane. So that's the style that I really believe is coming back, is the idea of like Mary Janes and like Prada clogs. I don't know if you remember, I think this was like 2012 that we saw this, so pretty much like 10 plus years ago. But it's definitely making a comeback. As you can tell, Miu Miu is making a comeback, and therefore those like, remember those clogs that had like the little cats on them and they were like a satin clog? I loved that. So this was my new fun purchase. It was literally $48. Regular price was $168, so I honestly feel like I got a steal. The quality is just impeccable, and you don't need to go to Zara to buy like cheap. Like, not that it's cheap, but you can literally go to these shops like now and find a great price for an item that has more quality. Okay guys, I feel like I'm speaking at a million miles per minute. This is not sponsored, but this drink is so freaking good. Yum. It's actually a sparkling ice. My dad bought it. I have this thing where I don't like anything in these plastic bottles, and I haven't been drinking out of regular water bottles for the last year, so I'm still sticking with that. But my dad bought this and it's so tasty. There's 0 sugar. Also not sponsored, but I got the Swedish gummies, and this bag cost me $30, so we're gonna do a little review on them later, but I just wanted to share because they look so good, and if you're a fan of gummies, then check it out. Okay, so let's continue. These are a pair of denim that I just recently bought, and I love seeing what's coming out and that's new and fresh, but I also think it's important to think about what is suitable and appropriate for your body type. Like, I just think that we also, for me, like, I like to think about my age, and I like this essence of elegance and timelessness and sophistication. So if I am influenced by a trend, then what I like to do is just find the things that are similar to the trend and have little hints of that, but also feel timeless for my own style. And also think about like what is appropriate for my body type, because I'm actually 5'2", and I have a smaller waist, and I have a longer waist, and my torso is longer, and therefore in many ways I look good in high-waisted items. So this I actually purchased from Banana Republic. I love it so much. It's like a wide leg trouser, but I think there is something to say for this clean finish, this more clean essence. Like, I think that this looks really clean and nice paired back to jeans. You can wear this to work, honestly, and still look really effortless in it, even though it's denim, and denim is sometimes considered more casual. But as I had mentioned in the fall winter trend and how to style, navy is a color that has come back and will continue to flourish moving forward. So this is literally the color dark navy, and so wearing this monochromatically with another navy top would be so cute. I bought these pants last year, like early fall, and I do love it, and it is like a lighter wash, but it is low rise. So what's really nice about the low rise is that it is comfortable, but this one I got more mid rise. I like this because, like, you see the younger generation, that makes me sound so old, they are wearing low rise baggy jeans, right? But for me, as a gal who's in her 30s, I am, you know, moving closer to my 40s, something to consider is like thinking about timelessness. I'm not gonna wear things just because they're on trend. I wanna wear things because I know that they look good on me, they look good on my body type, but they also have a sense of my own signature style. And what my signature style is, this sort of gentle woman, right? Like, there's this essence of sophistication, authenticity, being honest and genuine, and really humble in many ways. And so this I love because, look, it has like the essence of a trouser. Like, look at these pockets. It has this welt pocket, whereas like regular denim, like the kids, what they're wearing is like they have rhinestones on them, they're embellished, they're really loud. Like, this is perfect for someone who wants to look a little bit older, more sophisticated, and not so, you know, following the trends. Something else I wanted to show that I purchased is boat necks. Like, boat necks are definitely making a comeback for spring, summer. I think they're great because they also have this essence of being very timeless because of the silhouette. I think when I think of boat necks, I think of like Audrey Hepburn, I think of celebrities from the 60s. Like, there's this natural essence of timelessness when you see a woman wearing that, and I love this. This is a new take on it. This is from Aritzia. It's actually, I think I also got, yeah, it's in a matte pearl, which is literally the same color as my pants, and so it works so perfect. But I love that this fabric is actually sweater, so it's a fully fashion sweater, and it has it's like a thicker gauge, which makes it feel like it's more sculpting to the body and Spanx-like, which is really nice. And I like it now because things nowadays are not so short. Like, with the trends, everything is lengthening because the pants became lower rise. A lot of the tops are also extending in length. This is another piece that I really adore from Aritzia. I'm not sponsored. I probably should be because half my closet. There's the Pareto's principle where they say that, you know, you can apply the concept of 80-20 to every aspect of your life. And there is a study done, so you can literally say, like, you know, I wear 20% of my closet 80% of the time, which, if you think about it and you really go deeper, that's probably the truth, you know, and that's horrible. And so it makes me want to intentionally think about what it is that's already in my closet and what I can use that will function as various occasions and not just one. And that's why I want to focus on this capsule, and like, this is my normal Monday through Friday, even weekends, because it's comfortable, it's easy, and yet it's still appropriate for like going to brunch and etc. But it's just what I feel the most comfortable in, whereas the dresses and the special occasion things, like, those are the things that we don't really wear often, and maybe we even wear once for an event, and that's literally it. And for us to be in that time and for us to experience life that way these days is honestly kind of unacceptable. And you have to really think about what it's doing to our environment and the people around us, the animals. Those are all really important factors, because even the way we throw away trash, and I'm sorry to keep on going, but let's continue. Okay, so this is a contour top, which is double layered in the front. So this is like two fabrics that are sewn along the edge to make the neckline really clean, so it has a sort of tailored aspect, but there also is this Spanx effect because of the two fabrics, which is really nice. So it holds you in, but this fabric feels like a fabric that Lululemon or Aloe, like all of these lounge slash sporty clothing have done, but they've taken it to the next level by making it so that it's appropriate for work, which I absolutely love. I got this at Aritzia for 50% off yesterday, so that ended up costing me $25 or something, and I'm like, yeah, definitely gonna take it. We are taking a little break. This is VINTERLAND, that's what it's called. I have been waiting for this for at least a week now. There's 0.05 grams of saturated fat. So this is one that I see a lot of people eat right now, so let's try it. Oh my god. Oh my god. there's so much flavor, and the consistency is like Swedish fish, but Swedish fish is a little bit too chewy and it gets stuck in your teeth, and like a gummy. But when you chew it, it's kind of like, you know, like Laffy Taffy, but it doesn't get stuck in your teeth. And that one tastes like a fruity cotton candy slash bubblegum. It's so good. I'm not crazy about bubblegum flavor, but it tastes kind of natural in its own way and not too overpowering. The other one I see a lot of people eat is this one. Okay. So the last one was kind of sweet and creamy. This one's sour and tart and more like Sour Patch Kids. But as I said, the consistency doesn't get stuck in your teeth. So definitely more sour, fruity, a little messier. Okay, those two made it worth it. Honestly, I do think that sometimes it's important to treat ourselves. It's important to be really grateful and have gratitude for all of the great, amazing things that we've done, and just to reflect on where we were a year ago or to reflect on what we have today is so vital to our mental well-being. And it's important to also celebrate that. I got stuck in my teeth still. A little bit. You still have to floss and such, right? Because that's how you get the cavities. I think we all know that. Like this past weekend has been a huge milestone for me, and I have a lot going on in my life, but in many ways I've been shifting the way that I view the busyness of my life and the importance of just moving like a stream and just to keep on going and to not give up, and to realize that there's so many amazing things that have happened, and like we're so lucky to be able to have challenges and to experience these challenges, because those are the things that will make us more capable, and those are the things that will allow us to excel. Because if we're never challenged, then like, you know, like what's the point of all of this, right? Like now I view my work as something so important. I'm reading this book, it's called The War of Art. There's one that's The War of Art, and there's like The Art of War, and I always get it mixed up, but it's by Steven Pressfield, and it's been so enlightening for me, and it's such a profound book because it distinguishes the difference between the amateur and the professional. And if there's something that you truly want to pursue, and you're doing it as a hobby, and you're doing it out of the desire to like, just because you love it, there's a difference, and there's a difference between the amateur and the professional, and it goes into the differences of how they approach this idea. The professional freaking clocks in and clocks out every day, no matter what, like, and they don't look at the results. They just try to be 1% better every single day, and they show up. The amateur decides like, oh, I can do it today, or I don't have time, or whatever. So you have to like view life in that way. It's like what you are today is a compilation and a production of those. It's the ingredients and the mixture of that ingredients that create something so delicious, right? Like these gummy bears, like I don't know what they did, but they put something different in there that made it chewier, and it really changed things. And it really does require somebody to think outside the box and to try something over and over and over to become a professional. So if you're not putting in the hours and you're not putting in the work, when you're not, you know, becoming a professional and not thinking about just the results, but like taking that next step and just like being obsessed, you know, like being determined, not obsessed, that's not healthy, but you know what I mean? Like the Japanese have this quote about how it takes like 10,000 hours for someone to become a professional in something. And I've been in the business of fashion for 20 years, and that has allowed me to understand so many things about fashion. And now the way I see things is so unique and so different from others because of my trial and errors, you know, because failing to create something beautiful to failing to create something that's timeless, or failing to, it's like, it's when we get to see the work of art come to life and then critique it that our life begins to change. Like, the people who are successful are the ones who have literally failed a million times. So, okay, let's get back into this. Okay, oh shit, what's that? Did it ship? Oh my god, I might need to ask them about that. Okay, so this is the Maude bag by STAUD, and I have been looking everywhere. I'm telling you, everywhere for the perfect carry-on / everyday / bag that fits my laptop, my everything, right? And I love this because it's not, like, I can still put it on my shoulder. It's not ideal if I'm wearing a big coat, but it is still practical, or I can carry it like this. And I love that also, you see, you open it and you can carry it like this and still feel safe. This flap goes over and kind of covers, so you can wear it like that, or you can wear it like that, which is really nice. Inside the bag, there's like one zipper. It's like a dark brown suede interior. And then there's also these two pockets here, which I love. You can wear it this way. Ugh, I'm so annoyed that there's that little mark. I hope that's not a scratch. I'm gonna have to check. So I absolutely love this bag. I was looking for the perfect one. And if you want to get it, send me a message in the comments and I will send you the link, or I'll send you the code for I'll write the code down for you, because you can get 15% off, or you can get 20% off, which I will give to you, because when you refer somebody, you get the 20%, and I already purchased something, so I have a link. So the first person that mentions that below gets to get the 20% discount code. This is perfect. I think STAUD makes some really great bags. So I wanted to mention something else, is that I love vintage bags. I think that there's something to say about them, and I don't think it's about buying new everything. Things always come back sooner or later, and there's so many items that I've purchased in the past that I just kind of regret like getting rid of. But yeah. Okay guys, I think that's everything for now. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for, you know, staying all the way through. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will be doing more of these later on. Have a good one. Bye.